Hey guys, I'm Clint Flairwoo. Welcome back to another Division 2 build video, and today I'm bringing you my PVE build, my True Patriot 6-piece, 320k armor, and it is a tank build for PVE. It's super fun if you enjoy buffing your teammates with a potential 50% damage. This build is ace. Take a look. Here goes, guys. I'm rolling the survivalist specialization, and the reason being, again, I want to be tanky, so that 15% protection from elites helps through survivalist, and the extra outgoing healing is also nice. And I have no healing, I have no skill power, as you can see, and that is a complete change from the norm from me and how I build. But True Patriot is a defensive set, so it is what it is. But anyway, survivalist. Offensive 7 stats, defensive 11, skill power or utility 0. My armor is 321k, my health is 102k, my skill power is 0. And that's how it is, I'm afraid. But I'm happy with that. It is what it is. This is the build that will buff your teammates immensely and make sure you ease through challenging content with this build. What does True Patriot do for you, and what is the gear set? So, 2 set bonus is 10% damage to armor. The 3 set bonus is 10% protection from elites. Set bonus 4 is 10% total armor. And set bonus 5 is red, white, and blue. When you shoot an enemy, apply a debuff to them. Debuffs are applied in the order red, white, and blue, cycling every 2 seconds. Red decreases damage dealt by the enemy. White restores armor to friendlies that shoot this enemy, and blue boosts skill cooldown reduction to friendlies that shoot this enemy. Then set bonus 6, which is the creme de la creme of the build. Full flag, anyone dealing damage to an enemy that has all 3 debuffs will deal 50% damage to other nearby enemies that have at least one of the debuffs. That's insane. So how I'd utilise this build is make sure you are tagging as many enemies as possible. If you can get full flag, brilliant. If not, you're tagging them so your teammates can deal that extra damage, which is ace. This build is superb utility build. If you don't want to run a skill build, that's not up your tree. If that's not your thing, then something like this could be your thing. It is really, really good, and again, a superb support build. So, the mask, it is rolled with damage to elites, which is integral to the build. This is for PvE and health. The chest piece is weapon damage, armor, and health. As you can see, it's 3% weapon damage. In all honesty, I would like about 8 or 9%. So just make sure you have a high-end piece. You can recalibrate and turn that 3% into 8 or 9%. This will make this build even more effective. The mods, armor with total armor, and armor, explosive resistance, and more total armor. The holster is critic chance 11% and 30k health, which is nice, and an armor mod again. The knee pads, the attribute is critic chance, is a bit on the low side of 5.5%. You can get a few more percent out of this. Again, as I said before, make sure you have a better attribute on a high end. You can re-roll onto this, which would be nice. Defensive mod, again, armor, armor and kill, and total armor. The gloves, what you would need is a weapon type damage. So if you're running with an AR or a SMG, make sure you have the right weapon archetype damage on here. So for example, I'm rolling with LMG damage, and I'm rolling 2 LMG, so I'll consistently have that 7% buff. And hazard protection as the defensive mod or attribute. Personally, I would like health, but I'll take that. It is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers. And the backpack is critic damage, total armor, and weapon damage. I mean, you could increase your weapon damage easily by 5-6%, easily. Just make sure you have a better high end or even a True Patriot armor piece. You can see here the total armor is 12.5% is awesome. Critic damage 3%, not ideal. You could get critic chance on here or more critic damage. It is entirely up to you, but I would go down the weapon damage route in all fairness. The defensive mod is health, extra incoming healing, and health regen. Bastard gear, we'll take a look at the weapons. My primary weapon is a military M60E4, 29.5k base damage. As I said, as I've gone through the pieces, you can get this higher by recalibration. So make sure you look at the right pieces. You can easily get this to about 32.5, 33k quite easily. Unhinged, Jazz Hands, and Everlasting are the talents. The mods: accuracy, reload speed, accuracy, and stability. My secondary weapon is a military M60E4. Talents: unhinged, extra, double duty. And again, the mods are exactly the same: accuracy, reload speed, accuracy, and stability. And my sidearm is the Liberty, and why I'm using the Liberty is for the holster talent: independence. Well holstered, destroying weak points, refills 20% of your current weapon's magazine. My primary and secondary weapon have at least 100 rounds, so you're in a great place to, again, in challenging content, you will see a ruckload of enemies that have silly amount of weak points. As soon as you destroy one of those, you will get 20% of your magazine back. So this is a real good holstered talent to have, and that's why I'm using the Liberty pistol. And the mods: critic chance, damage release, rate of fire, and stability. The skills, well, they're all 0 skill power, so they're not going to have much effect on the build at all, but it is just simply a fixer drone and the reinforcer chem launcher to make sure I have a little bit of healing and survivability. I'm also in a good place for tankiness, so it is entirely up to you how you run with this. Now, in terms of specialization, you have 3 options to go down. You've got Survivalist, in my opinion, I feel is the best option. You could use Demolitionist, and you could pair your secondary weapon with the Merciless to have some extra explosion damage. That's decent. Or you could go down the route of the Gunner for the armor on kill. So that is entirely up to you. If you go down that route, and then you could take away one of the healing skills and put something like a Pulse, that'd be quite nice. That is entirely up to you. But again, guys, you can roll this however you wish. This is how I've opted to roll mine. Stats: 16.5% critic chance, 28% critic damage, headshot damage 65%, a range of 40 meters, reload time 4.5 seconds, the bonus is 30%, some decent accuracy and stability, weapon handling minus 25%, but once you get used to the horrible recoil, you know, it ain't too bad. Weapons damage bonus 27% and LMG bonus 22%. Both of those numbers can be at least 5% higher. So you just have to find the right particular pieces to re-roll, recalibrate onto your gear so you can deal even more damage. Armor damage 10%, 321k armor. So you are quite tanky with this build. No skill power, no skill cooldown reduction. I know I feel quite dirty rolling with this, but this is an exceptional PvE build that I have to show you guys today because, you know, I'm a skill builder at heart. However, I do really enjoy rolling with this because I like dealing some damage and giving my teammates a buff. That's the way I play. Okay, guys, that's my True Patriot build for Title Update 4. How will it fare in Title Update 5? I honestly believe it will be exact the same. I can't see any change to the set whatsoever. Going to Title Update 5, I think this is a good support build, and it gives skill build players the extra buff in terms of weapon damage as well, which is nice. And I think it's a good utility build. And yeah, here it goes. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Always like to hear your opinions, and I will love to see you in the next one. Please drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and sub to the channel for more Div 2 content. Take it easy, fellas.